Well, hello and welcome everybody. My name's Peter Downs and I'll be hosting today's webinar about making sport safe, fair and inclusive, benefiting from play by the rules. Great pleasure to see everybody coming. We had record numbers of registrations for this webinar, 166 I think we had this morning. We currently have 69 people live in attendance on this particular webinar. So that's fantastic. So thanks for everybody for giving your time and attending this particular webinar. We will be going for, I think, hopefully no more than an hour to get through the content that we want to get through here. We hope this is possibly the first in a series of webinars around play by the rules. So this is a kind of a test, if you like. Okay, so this is how the webinar is going to work. My name's Peter Downs from the Inclusion Club and iWebinar.com, who's hosting this particular webinar. My role really it's a bit twofold today, really, is to host the webinar, but also I might chip in with a bit of content, which I'll explain in a second. But we do have kind of just described a few moments ago as play by the rules royalty here, which we do today because our expert panelists are Debbie Sims and Paul Oliver. Now, none of us would be here if it wasn't for Debbie Sims. I'll unmute her in a moment and introduce her to you and let her talk. But before she could reply, I could embarrass her that we certainly wouldn't be here without Debbie Sims. It's Play by the Rules is kind of her brainchild in many ways. So it's a great privilege to have Deb with us today with a wealth of experience around play by the rules, and she's going to go through a little 2-minute history about play by the rules in just a second. In fact, what I might do is introduce Deb to you right now. Deb, can you hear me?
I can. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Deb. How are you going? Can you tell us, Deb, in just a couple of minutes right now, what are you up to these days?
What am I up to? I'm working as a sports consultant after having been with the Sports Commission for 21 years. And as you said, play by the rules was one of the key things that I was involved in. But now I'm out in the big, bad, brave world, assisting sport and government departments with policy and resource development and also complaint handling, still in this same space. So still looking at issues around member protection, harassment, discrimination, inclusion and ethical issues. And then I also spend a fair amount of my time working for an organisation called the Australian Drug Foundation, rolling out their Good Sports program.
So you're still involved after how many years, Deb, in this area?
Well, I've been in the industry for over 30 years and specifically in this area for about 22, 23.
Fantastic.
Still have a passion.
Excellent, excellent. Well, in just a second, I might ask you, we prepared a little potted history, a 2-minute history of play by the rules. But first, I might introduce Paul Oliver, who's the play by the rules manager. I'll just unmute Paul now, of the last couple of years until just recently. Paul, can you hear me?
I can, Pete. Hi, everyone.
Paul, now what are you up to? You've just finished in your role as play by the rules, and we might go through a couple of hallmarks of that progress over the last couple of years. But what are you up to now, Paul?
I did. I actually finished up on Friday after 2 years as the national manager of Play by the Rules, and I've just started with a consultancy called Bluestone Edge, and they basically dealing around similar issues. They help sports people and organisations and partner with them to assist around culture and leadership and ethical and integrity issues and challenges in sport. So exciting challenge there. And I also do a PhD as well through Curtin University, how sport can help break down cultural barriers and build social bridges. So pretty much like Deb, much around the same integrity and ethical issues in sport, which I have a passion for.
Fantastic, fantastic. Now, of course, the thing that we all have in common, in fact, is play by the rules, because I am now acting manager of play by the rules for the time being, which is a great honour for me to do that. And I've been involved with Play by the Rules myself for quite a few number of years in my area, in around the disability sport in particular, but in broader integrity issues as well. So I'm the current acting manager of Play by the Rules. Paul's the immediate past manager of Play by the Rules, and we have Deb, who's the founder and manager of Play by the Rules for many, many years. So this is quite a gathering here. So our commonality is Play by the Rules.